But I wasn't giving that type, and I wasn't giving that type of critique, and that's dope to see and understand. And like I just try to improve on to what I was passed down to me and things that I learned. It's dope, man.
Yeah, that shit is beautiful, man. Yeah. Then I have kids. I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, that's always the beautiful part about having kids, man. It's just you just living vicariously through them. Like, man, you try to grow. You try to. I think that us as black people, like, we got to try to have our kids do better than us. Like, and like I was talking to my mother a long time ago. I'm trying to shit my mother. Talking to my mother a long time ago about like just being black in general and like what we as people aspire. Like when it comes to wealth or whatever, like our point of our wealth is to pass down to our children. That's the point of wealth, is passing on our children. Like regardless of what situation we in, we should be investing in them so they can do better than us.
Right.
Like that is the point. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like my mom was like, nah, that's not the point. I'm like, no, the point is you. She was like, nah, I gotta work on myself. I'm like, nah, man, you gotta invest in your kids so your kids be better than you. They can help you down the long run, and invest back into you. She understands that now, but like I think as black people, we just don't understand that. I think it's just like what we was put through as people. We start to just do our own thing.
Yeah, it's that survival mentality.
Yeah, it's that survival mechanism.
I gotta do what's best for me and make sure I survive.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like I said, we are literally lab rats that was just put in a fucking ghetto and just let loose. There was no way out. Some of us get out. Honestly, I don't count getting out as a good thing. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But I mean, actually, let's have a conversation.
Talk about it.
Is getting out the quote unquote ghetto a good thing to you?
I see. That's my mindset on that. My sole aspiration in life isn't like if I make it out of my neighborhood,
definitely
I made it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If I made it to, and it's cool if you have that aspiration where if you want to better yourself and you feel like bettering yourself is moving to an area that, is better for your children or better for your family and not as dangerous or something like that. I respect that.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that.
See, my problem is people who want to get away from their people, just want to live around white folks. That's my problem. Like I have no issue with somebody being like, yo, listen, man, my kids' this education system's trash here. Yeah. Like this is fucking violent here. Like I don't want to be here. Like just to get away from your people because you want to be around a bunch of white folks like that's crazy to me. Like I can't imagine hating your own people that much that you want to move away from. Like, and a lot of our people think like that too. Like they just don't want to be in the ghetto. Like no. Like
my main thing is like changing the toxicness of the environment.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
You can make some impact.
And even and then if you want to move from that toxic environment and move to a better environment,
you still could come back to that environment, invest in that environment.
Because I want to be in a community. Ultimately, I want to be in a community that's well versed, where it's black people. You got white folks. You got everybody of different cultures and different religions.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I want my kids to be well versed in all that.
Definitely.
I want them to be around different people. And I want them. That's how I was. That's how I am. I like to talk to different people from different perspectives and backgrounds and shit like that.
Definitely.
But
you don't want to be in a community where it's just you only.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be in a community where I don't want to be fearful. That's my one thing. I don't fear black people. I'm not fearing a black man or nothing like that.
Nah.
Like that whole shit. Like you see a group of black folks, you're gonna cross the street and shit like that.
That shit is crazy to me.
You know what I mean? I'm good on that one, man. Like I ain't got nothing to fear from these people.
Nah, they ain't do shit to me.
Right,
unless they give me a reason. Like I'm supposed to be fair. Like I have no reason to be scared of my own people at the end of the day. Like it's crazy, but there's people out here who scare their own people. Like honestly, I don't understand it. Like I said though, you can move out of the hood or whatever, but you still come back. You should still come back to community and invest because like man, kids, there's other kids out here like like I was saying, man. Like think about the falls. Like what is we given to be able to succeed? Like I honestly, like I said, the school system is trash. Like I wasn't prepared for nothing. Like and us as black folk, like we graduate. What could we even do with the falls? Like we graduate, there ain't no else unless we play ball or unless we rap, sell drugs. What is there to do? Ain't no jobs here. Like
and you see a lot of people moving away from the falls too. Though.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. And like I have had opportunities to move away, but at the same time, I think like man, like I just don't feel right just upping and leaving. Like I try to. I wish there was something I could. I'm sure there is things I could do. We all need to do more. And I think that's one of my goals is to do more in my community.
And I do like the little shit that is going around where like for instance I just shared on my Facebook page they got the the adult prom coming up in November.
Yeah,
just little shit like that, man. Is really I love spreading that positivity around.
Yeah, that's dope.
I mean, you got people, you get a chance to go throw on a tux, and your girl get to throw on a dress, and I can go to redo prom and shit and have like a good ass time like that. I like that they brought the Peacekeepers chapter down to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, that's dope.
I thought that was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, that I think like both of those is dope.
I just wish we had more shit like that.
Yeah,
I wish that was the basis of what Niagara Falls is. You know what I mean? Because like the fucking the crime and the shootings and the drugs and all that shit right there, man. Like let's dwindle that shit down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Dwindle that shit down. And let's put some more positivity into this community.
Let's build this community,
and
man.
Let's build this shit up, man. Because we got a lot of talented people here. In this.
We really do. We got a lot of talented people, and I think most of it is just us not supporting each other. Like I said,
right.
Like, man, if we supported each other, man, we could just be all out of here, man. We could control this city, son. We could be mayors and shit of the city, man. We could control like we could have our own little Italy, where the fuck that bullshit called. We could have our own. Hey, man, shit, Highland could be that, man. It could be a Renaissance, man. We could bring it back.
Like how Buffalo got that street they built, and now it's like I think they're doing like Little Harlem type joint.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
We fire.
That's what Highland need to be, man. They got empty buildings. We need to be using those buildings to to create a situation like that.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man.
Yeah,
that'd be real dope.
Like, man,
I hope that grocery store takes off too. I hope that.
I hope so too,
sustains.
man. Like,
I'm definitely about to start going there. I've never really I drove by it a couple of times and I really didn't know what it was.
They came to my job once and like that's the reason I found out about it. Like, and like they did like my job had like a thing with like local businesses and shit, and I seen like the black lady, she was over in the corner and like nobody really talked to her, and I walked over, I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like they had like homegrown foods and shit. Like I'm like, man, I always wondered, it's my own people, like your own people doing homegrown foods. I didn't even know they had one in the falls. Like I honestly didn't know. And like I'm like, yo, this is really dope. Like I definitely will invest in it. Like regardless if your sweet potatoes is like like 20 cents more, like at the same time, it's my own people. Like I understand what he probably had to go through to grow that shit, organically, and it's just
go ahead and spend that extra
money. Yes, I spend that extra money. I spend that extra money for
Mm-hmm.
him. At least I trust him or whatever, rather than going to a farmer's market that ain't my people. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and probably people who don't give a fuck about me at the same time. So yeah, we need to start going to those type of farmers markets instead of going to try to support each other. Like I said, I ain't shitting on other races, but we should start just support our own at the same time, man. Like they do it, we should do the same.
I agree 100%, man. Yeah. All right, man. You've been talking for a good minute, man. It's a good conversation.
Definitely.
Yeah, let the people know where they can find you at, man. Social media wise.
They can find me on mainly Facebook, man. They can find me on Facebook. They could just, I'm sure they can see the tag on his photos. Anybody can at me. If anybody got anything, like I said, if anybody got anything that they do in positive community, man, definitely, just message me or whatever, and I'll try to support it, especially if it's my own people. Like I'll try to support it because I'll retweet it or whatever hell it's called on Facebook. Share it.
Yeah, share it.
I'll try my best. Like if I have time, I'll definitely support it. And
shout out to Ed. He got something going. His joint called the Ed Jesse.
Yeah, that's dope. Like
how he's just bringing
like it's dope that he bring on people that doing something in the community. Right. And I think it's really dope, man. Like I hope more people do that. I hope more people go on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. That was a good idea. So yeah, shout out to that brother.
Yeah, it's a good episode, man.
Yeah. I appreciate you stopping by again, man.
No
definitely
problem.
A good conversation today. And then future episodes, I definitely want to have you on, man.
For sure. All right, man.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, man. Be easy. All right, and there it is, guys. Like I said, he came hard with it today, and this is an excellent conversation. I love conversations like this. Definitely brought great energy, and we discussed it, man. We left it all on the table there, and a lot of people aren't going to agree with, of course, but it is what it is. But again, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I do appreciate the love. I do appreciate the support. Anytime I'm posting it, you guys are giving me the likes, you're giving me the follows, you're actually listening to what I have to say and the guests that I bring on, what we have to say. Got some very good future episodes planned out. Trying to work out the kinks for a very special episode with a local Buffalo legend. So be on the lookout for that. I can't make any announcements yet because nothing's finalized. But be on the lookout for that, and hopefully we can get that rocking soon. But other than that, man, thanks again for listening to another episode of the Bryce Benjamin Podcast. And as always, peace and love.